Hello there, it's MegaMogwai here, and I got yet another Legends of Runeterra video for guys today, getting that voice power up little by little, even though I'm recording two videos in the same day, so there shouldn't be any difference from today and yesterday, but I can feel it, goddammit. I feel my voice coming back and becoming more and more powerful, and maybe, you know, like in Dragon Ball Z, like it'll even be stronger than before. Like, it would make sense, right? Like my body making my vocal cords stronger because they were hurt. I don't know. Hopefully. Regardless, we're going to feature today's deck as we're going to play some Katarina today, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is an interesting deck because I was talking about this with Gabby when I was in the middle of my break. She told me if I could bring back Katarina, if I could build her a Katarina deck. And I said, well, if I would build Katarina, I would probably combine her, you know, take the Katarina Ram concept and combine it with Ahri, because I believe there's a lot of potential with those two champions. Has been for a while, and I think now that she got buffed is a nice moment to try to, you know, explore that. But then I just kind of forgot about it, and a couple of days after, through sheer psychic prowess, Ali Doeri actually builds an Ahri Katarina deck and posts it on Twitter. And I'm like, God fucking damn it, that's my idea. Yeah, but you know, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I got beat to it, and I'm gonna showcase a deck that's very similar to his, because it was actually how I intended on building it, really, because it is the way you have to approach this sort of deck is you want to utilize your early elusive units and combine Ahri with Katarina because they synergize together, because Katarina recalls herself. And I have a lot of experience playing Katarina with Femme Blade Twirler, which is a follower that got quite a bit of fame. You know, I played her when she was cool and nobody used her, right? But when Ahri came out, all of a sudden Femme Blade Twirler was all over the place. And now, you know, that the queen here is not the queen of the meta anymore. It's kind of died down a little bit, but the synergy is still there. And Femme Blade Twirler loves playing with Katarina as well, because when Katarina recalls herself, you get to boost Femme Blade Twirler. She has a similar effect to that of the Mourned, right? So that is why we are combining these two champions. Big shout outs to Ali, because like I said, the major structure of the deck is his, though I have made some alterations. Honestly, I built it from the ground up myself. Like I had looked at it like a few weeks back, but I just built it myself, and it ended up just being like very, very similar. Though I did not end up going with the Arachnoid Sentries, because I decided to actually go all in on the offensive strategy, and I believe Elixir of Wrath should be a 3 of, because this card is extremely important for what we're doing. This is a bit of a glass cannon sort of strategy, like I'm not gonna lie, like it's very frail in certain aspects, and it is actually one of the more tricky decks to pilot as well, because you need to set things up, you need to think ahead of quite a bit, and you really need to adapt to the matchup, especially if you're facing a reactive deck. Then it can be a bit of a headache, right? Trying to navigate around the removal and trying to find the right amount of commitment that can allow you to push just enough damage so you can build up for that late game OTK. Well, not OTK, but you know, lethal. I don't know why I say OTK there. We're trying to set that up with a multiple, or what's the English term here? With multiple rally effects. There we go. From Katarina, because once we level up Katarina, of course we're playing Academia Katarina, we are able to rally, and now with the buff that she got, we're able to generate a Fleeting Blade's Edge that costs 0, and this actually has a lot of implications. We're able to play a couple of copies of Ravenous Flock. I did take this idea from Ahri. Like, I'm not sure I would have used this initially, so shout out to him for that, but it's a very, very neat inclusion because it works really well with the blades edges that we generate with Katarina. But we're not playing Arachnoid Sentry, but even then it's very easy for us to enable this spell, and we're playing a deck ultimately that is able to really play at a very high pace, right? Because our curve is so low, and we have a lot of ways to recycle our values, as we're playing a full set of Shadow Assassin, and we have Navari Conspirator to bounce up our Dancing Droplets alongside Ahri. We're able to just keep going, and play very high impact spells for very little mana. With Ravenous Flock, we're able to remove units that we damage with, or we ping with the Blade's Edge, and deal 1 damage or 4 damage for 1 mana, which is crazy, right? And we're able to get +3 power for 1 mana with Elixir of Wrath. This is why I believe this card is a 3 of, because this card is meant for the late game, in which we set up the rally effects with Katarina, we find the right buff target, and then for just 1 mana, we turn an elusive unit into an absolute menace, even more so if it's Ahri, And we start developing Katarina and attacking and setting up very nasty lethals this way. To stop our opponent from stopping us, we have a bunch of disruption. We have a full set of twin disciplines, mainly to protect our weak units from damage-based removal. We have a couple of copies of Notify and a couple of copies of Deny to say no to whatever they're going to say no to us. Say no back. That's the Ionia way. And that's how we are operating here. We also have a one-off of Retreat to give us a little bit of extra recall, and works really well with the Shadow Assassin, as we can use the return spell to essentially turbo or burst speed summon a Shadow Assassin that can draw us a card as well, or other options, whatever we have available to us. And a couple of copies of Might to be used mainly onto the Feyblade Twirler, which is our main powerhouse in the deck that we can actually push damage through and give it Overwhelm and just blow our opponents back. Very, very satisfying deck to play, but also very tricky. And like I said, very frail. It's tricky because it's very frail. So you have to know exactly when to commit to an attack, and you have to really assess the matchup. Knowing what your opponent's playing is very beneficial because it allows you to, play as optimally as possible, because one slip up with this deck and everything crumbles. So not really what I would recommend towards a beginner player, but definitely very cool to play, and hopefully very cool to watch as well, as I got some pretty sick games for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoy. And hey, under 7 minutes, not too bad. So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Legends of Runeterra content. Have a solid day. Enjoy the games. Leave a like if you enjoy the video as well. That right now, before you're watching the games. They're gonna be great. I promise you. Yeah, love ya. I'll see you tomorrow. Mr. Bolo is our first opponent. They're playing Heimer Jace. This is the kind of deck that we can actually get under. We're gonna keep Ahri. I'm gonna keep the recall as well. I'm gonna drop these two. Notify is also neat to have.
Let's get to work.
We don't mind
Watch your backs.
not doing anything turn 1 because we do have that spell mana for recall. I think we want to develop the Feyblade Twirler though.
Think you're fast? Cute.
Just because it allows us to trade to the Fort Chief. We could use Elixir of Wrath to trade to that, but
I'm your man.
there's more utility for that.
This is where the magic happens.
Don't let the fluffy tails fool you.
Oh, I wouldn't dare.
Coming through. Want to see these moves up close? Keep it up.
Care that the hunt does not consume you, Ahri.
The others seem to wish it so. The others are assholes.
The forest surrounds us.
I hate traffic.
This is a good moment to go for Elixir of Wrath. Represents a lot here. It gets them quite low.
Too slow.
Now who's got the upper hand?
So I know they want to use their 6 mana here. They probably have a slow speed spell.
Let me know if you still want them
Or even
silence
play
lessons,
Jace.
Trace.
Will do, Axel.
Care that the hunt does not consume you, Ahri. The others seem to wish it so.
So resentful. Okay, we got retreat. Retreat is nice.
Hextech engaged.
Here's our chance. Don't let the fluffy tails fool you.
Oh, I wouldn't dare.
Underestimate. I dare you. fancy tales for you.
Care that the hunt does not consume you, Ari. The others seem to wish it so.
Hey, figured out the clutch on that thing yet? Get on in. You can tell me.
Who's got the upper hand?
Care that the hunt does not consume you, Ari. The others seem to wish it so.
Powering up.
Oh, it's on.
It's too late for you.
Let's go with this. This is tricky. Let's wait a little bit. Very, very tight here.
Tech cannon, tested, and prime.
I will mourn you.
Stop before I smack you. Come on then.
Oh! Oh!
Dare you.
Oh, that was so clutch. Whew, so clutch. All right, now we're racing. It gets big, boys and girls overwhelmed. We got so lucky on that last game. Sometimes they just don't have vengeance. I'm thinking here, like, we keep the more. Do I keep twin disciplines? I don't think I do. We definitely keep Katarina.
Hide for a moment, run forever. The forest strikes.
We are gonna mourn though. Get as much damage as we can. We gotta respect their frostbites.
The winter's claw strikes.
I live for those who do not. Endless struggle.
I could use this, but nah.
Natural. I got you. Walk softly, strike quickly.
Let's get a little bit more damage on them. I don't want to play Katarina into another freeze. They are playing Brittle Steel.
Violence, chaos, and destruction. No mercy.
You call that sneaky?
Never play fair. This might hurt.
Una Rigue Reggaeton.
Blood for Noxus.
You'll bleed.
Out here, you're moving or you're dead.
No going back. It's just a nick. Carved from the savage cold.
We're gonna go with this.
Only fools hesitate. Leave no survivors.
We're gonna go double elixir of wrath here.
No one gets in my way.
I have to like be very concentrated with this deck because everything is just like, yeah, that's fine. No drain effect.
Never play.
Never play fair. Got it. We dodged the shape stone though. I don't know. They didn't play any landmarks. We're fine. Uba uba. It's playing Viego. We've had some like we barely like I've never had like such clutch wins. I mean I probably have, but it's been a minute. I think we're bound for some, you know, some luck going against us soon. But this is a matchup that we should be able to capitalize on. Let me pull this deck on the, like, there's like a tier list here. Okay, so Notify definitely accomplishes quite a bit. I think I'm actually gonna mulligan like this. Because I do want to find some key pieces here. For 1 mana, we're not really concerned about much.
A little further. Bingo.
Keeping Notify is important.
Steady now. I'll see all this world has to offer. For surrender.
I think denying this is nice. They have the ability to Vile Feast, but that's pretty much it. I don't mind that.
Let the bloodshed begin.
Besides that, I mean, I'm gonna play Katarina here. I think it's pretty safe.
Find your own. It's a trap.
Too slow.
Pride was my end.
It's alright because we drew into another Katarina here. Let's develop.
Care that the hunt does not consume you, Ahri. The others seem to wish it so.
Alright, so we're gonna play like this. We're gonna spread out.
The whole world will know my
Diego.
Oppose me and die.
Never play fair. It's just a nick.
Surrender to me.
We have to deny. I repeat, we have to deny.
I will mourn you.
So we swing.
Obey your king.
Six cards. There's nothing wrong here, right?
Can you hear your heartbeat? I can.
I'm gonna threaten lethal right now. Yeah, so I can actually. What if they have a right of negation? What if they have a right of negation here? If I play Katarina again, if they right of negation this. Could have taken a different approach.
Everything.
Like if I go for the retreat there,
Let the bloodshed begin. They're afraid. They should be.
yeah, I want to bluff it. I want to bluff that because I'm Noxus, right? So I want to bluff that I'm gonna be able to finish them off. Fortunately, if I don't top deck a deny or that, I mean, if they play atrocity, then I'm kind of like really vulnerable to that.
Gonna find a gift for an action, right, Arda?
No going.
We go Katarina now.
We'll get our licks in.
If I go retreat here, he still has quicksand. Quicksand can counter my might, so I have to be very wary of how I'm going to approach this. I think I have to let this trade happen. And then I have to Blade's Edge. Because that can force out the Waking Sands. The moment they go for the Waking Sands, they're under quicksand range. Exactly. And because they're under quicksand range,
Hide for a moment, run forever. Break the silence.
Vile Feast stops this. But it's the only card that does. Got him! Got him! I'm not sure I played that perfectly, honestly. This deck can be really hard. But we did it. Hey, Katarina doesn't say anything. Alright, more Shadow Owls. We're definitely gonna keep the deny for this. I'm gonna drop these two. I'm gonna keep the dancing droplet because we need to be able to apply pressure here. I may just keep the dancing droplet for the time being though. Just because right now I don't just want to feed it to a I don't want to feed it to like a Vile Feast on turn 2. So instead we develop Feyblade Twirler.
Think you're fast? Cute.
We have a lot of good backup here, so we just need to play these cards right.
Yeah.
Yeah! Let's swing with the Feyblade Twirler. This deck is like really complicated. Katarina has always been really complicated. There's just no room for error whatsoever. Okay, so let's think here. 4 mana plus 1, 5 mana, which does allow us to do that and that.
Let the bloodshed begin.
Lynch, yep. Now we swing like this. They could still have a Vile Feast. Or not! Beautiful. Beautiful.
No one gets in my way.
Getting the level up here is huge. That's why I didn't go for the Blade's Edge last round, because I needed that all that mana to be able to play that into that. Even though I'm not even sure playing this was correct, but I wanted to bait that Avalanche. But I was still vulnerable to the Avalanche plus Vile Feast though, so I don't think it was exactly 100% correct. But you know, sometimes you just gotta go with a line of play, and just gotta believe. Because I gained a lot out of because that was their Trundle turn basically. So slowing down their Trundle development and just keep applying pressure. I'd love to play this, but if they pass, I have to pass back because I can't go under.
These are troll lands.
Now we can. I could trade you into you to Ravenous Flock here.
I'll knock 'em dead.
Don't want any trouble.
Because they don't really play. They should be playing Troll Chant. Troll Chant in this deck is bad. So clearing Trundles, it's worth me losing my elusive because now I have a free hit with her. And I'm all about that.
Try to keep up.
We can easily get frozen here, but we can also easily counter the Field of Rush when it comes by because we kept that deny in the opening hand. There it is. I could recall this. There's no point really. Okay, so they halt us pretty well.
Warm hots and hot soups.
That's our cue.
Never play fair.
To never play fair. I have to be like really focused playing this deck. I don't know if I'm narrating much at all, but you know, it's. I'm also a little bit rusty. Oh, all right.
They're afraid.
They should be. So this.
And carved meat bigger than you.
Now what's on the other hand?
It's gonna close up. Ugh. Every damage matters. Alright. Pillar is coming down. I repeat, pillar is coming down. So if the pillar goes down, we immediately Katarina.
Let the bloodshed begin.
Effective immediately. We have deny. That's why we play 2 denies here. We have denied to allow us to counter a Runation. Or that. It's gotta be that. It's gotta be that. It wipes us. Right?
To the point.
Forcing that to block into that. We're still vulnerable to a... We're still vulnerable to a... No, not exactly. It's a clean hit. No flash freeze. That's crazy. If you're blocking like that, that's crazy. That's wild, yo. Yep. Beautiful.
I dare you.
Beautiful. Every peck goes a long way. Got 2 Katarinas here potentially. If they had flash freeze specifically, then they would have used it last round. And that's a knockout, baby. Let's go. Let's go. 4 in a row.